Year 2025. In 2025, you will be at the center of important changes, Aries. The transits that concern you are truly numerous: Saturn and Neptune in Aries, Jupiter in Gemini until June, Uranus in Gemini from July to November, and of course Pluto that from the sign of Aquarius will do everything to help you become the most powerful version of yourself. However, giving you a bit of a hard time at the beginning of the year, there will be Mars, your guiding star, which due to its long stopover in Cancer could make you feel drained, unmotivated, even when faced with the things you are most passionate about. The planet affects several fronts, and in the retrograde phase, until February 24, it could also bring some unexpected events. Some slowdowns or personal insecurities should be seen not as a condemnation but as an opportunity to realign yourself with your personal goals. In reality, nothing happens by chance, and this start is a necessary step to prepare a new phase of construction and change. You won't have to wait long to bring out your usual warrior nature again. On April 19, Mars will return to support you from the sign of Leo, giving you back grit, tenacity, energy, physical and psychological strength. In short, you will be unstoppable. The month to mark on the calendar? May. In that period, in fact, you will be able to sail with the wind in your sails, both in love and at work. Those who celebrate their birthday in March will be ready to close chapters, to leave the past behind. Saturn and Neptune in Aries, in fact, during the summer season, will join forces to solicit an important internal and external change, which in many cases can no longer be postponed. Love and Eros. If your 2025 were a movie, the title would be Tutti Pizzi per l'Ariete. With Venus starting a long ring of rest in your sign, from February to April, you will be in the fortunate position of being able to reject suitors, exes who return, with a little satisfaction attached, or to live an intense and super passionate story. While it is true that a transit of Venus alone does not offer the guarantee of a lasting encounter, however, a casual flirt could transform into an important relationship made of complicity, sharing, and many, many emotions. The passion of Venus, in fact, will be combined with the romanticism of Neptune from the end of March in your sign, a transit that announces the birth of strong and very special loves, so much so that sometimes you could have the impression of being the protagonist of a Hollywood-style love story. But be careful, Neptune exalts imagination, romanticism, intuition, but sometimes predisposes to illusions, platonic loves, or one-way loves. It will be important, therefore, not to fly too high with your imagination when faced with new acquaintances. Fortunately, Saturn, in Aries from late May to late August, will be in close contact with Neptune, a planet linked to the perception of reality, which will help you see beyond the veil of appearances and illusions. Under a Saturn transit, what is becomes much more important than what could be. You don't fall in love with a potential, right? Whatever situation you experience, keep in mind that you really have the possibility of experiencing a happy phase for your relationships, but you will have to move with a pinch of caution. Saturn and Neptune in conjunction, in fact, are particular passages that often require deep reflection. The one involved in the aspect, after all, is your natal sun in Aries, which in astrology represents the identity of a person, indicating that an important process of personal transformation awaits you. Translated into practical terms, you may have to change some attitudes, see what lies you tell yourself, the truths about yourself that you cannot see or admit. In the process, you may have to let go of an old version of yourself, the one that tells itself a reassuring story, based on an ancient script that without realizing it risks making you go off track. Work and achievement. For career and employment, 2025 will show off some aces up its sleeve. Jupiter in Gemini until June could stimulate your curiosity and push you towards unexplored paths. This could give you unexpected satisfaction and beneficial changes for the future. Pluto in Aquarius, on the other hand, will help you draw on your personal power and creativity. Those born in the third decade, however, due to Mars being contrary, will have a harder time managing the daily and extraordinary, at least until April. Too many responsibilities on your shoulders, whether of a family or professional nature, could translate into tiredness, nervousness, and mood swings. To avoid unnecessary energy dispersion, it would be a good idea to set up a timetable with objectives highlighted in bold so as to have clear priorities. You never lack ideas. Your ability to find solutions, and with the right commitment and a little extra luck, the result of Jupiter's transit, you can relaunch your career or experience a stimulating phase in your profession. In June, however, Jupiter moves into Cancer, shifting your attention to the themes of home and family, so in the second half of the year you may want to dedicate more time to your family, or if you work from home, create a space more suited to your needs. Uranus, in July, will make its first stop in Gemini, where it will remain until early November. Turning points and changes of direction are more than likely for the Aries of March, who will be able to transform every change into an opportunity. Body and mind. Since Mars will end its path in Cancer in mid-April, it is very likely that in the first 4 months of 2025 you will have to face some extra commitments, especially of a domestic nature, such as a move or renovation work at home, for example, which will require particular commitment and energy. And with low energy, you may feel tired even after 8 hours of non-stop sleep. It is essential, in this phase, to find a way to keep your energy level high, including your ability to not lose patience. In January and February, in particular, it will be important to limit stimuli and focus on the essentials, keeping in mind that sports activity could be a real panacea for the well-being of body and mind. In any case, Venus will be there to support you, and until June it will help you feel better in your skin, improve your health, and make you feel more confident in your choices. Take advantage of this astrological passage to dedicate yourself to body care, to the things that make you feel good. A massage, a day at the spa, a facial, or a change of look will prove useful for your well-being. A little attention to Jupiter in Cancer, which in the second half of the year could bring laziness, listlessness, and a desire for tasty foods. At this stage, you may have the desire to eat sauces, fried foods, and overly elaborate foods, which, however, weigh down the liver and take away the brightness of the skin.